Hi guys, as promised, today I'll be doing my review on our Dwinguler playmat. Dwinguler is a brand from Korea and the mat itself is manufactured in Korea. The mat comes in two sizes, a large and a small. We have the large mat and I'll put the dimensions of both of those sizes in the down bar below. Now, the mat is sold as an eco-friendly mat, and for that matter, it is sold at a quite pricey value. We paid about $250 before taxes for this mat. So, yes, it does have a quite hefty price tag attached to it. However, I did compare this mat to other mats before settling on this particular brand. I also looked at two other brands called the Panda mat, which is not easily accessible actually. It ranges around $200 US, so similar to the Dwinguler. Made in China actually. And the other brand I looked at was Corky Mat, and my first choice was the Corky mat, but it is quite pricey. It's made in the US and it's very costly. So about $400 to $500 US for about 9 tiles, and it's much smaller than the Dwinguler. So, and it comes in tiles, not a large like single piece like the Dwinguler mat. So just keep that in mind as comparisons. So let me show you our mat. Okay, so this is our Dwinguler playmat. It is in the style called fairytale. I've put some toys on there so you can kind of see how big the mat is. We have a couch here and we have another playmat here. Our Nuna sits on top of that one. So that's what it looks like. It is quite colorful. I really wanted this particular pattern because we have a baby girl and we did end up getting it. But yeah, and it's quite, so if I go down here and I can show you kind of the thickness, it is quite thick. So there's my finger. So if, you know, a baby was to fall, it would probably be okay, I guess. My daughter is learning how to crawl on this mat and she does tend to kind of fall, so it seems to, she doesn't cry or anything when she does bang her head, so it seems to be okay. Yeah, the only downside of this mat is that it's still made of PVC, so just keep that in mind. It is free of a lot of other chemicals like lead, phthalates, and things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. I know the website has a list of things that are not in the mat and what the mat is made of. They are pretty open about that stuff. So that is our mat. As I mentioned, the mat is made of PVC, which is a little disheartening because when you're buying the product, you're thinking it's eco-friendly, but PVC is not an eco-friendly material. It's still considered to be toxic. Dwinguler claims that their PVC is a non-toxic form of PVC. Now, in compared to other playmats that are made out of foam and EVA and, you know, the regular PVC mats, compared to those, this is much better. At least that's what I thought, and that's why I went with it. Now, another major downfall of this mat is that when I took it out of the packaging, it had a very strong toxic smell to it, and I aired it out for about 2 weeks. I wiped the mat down, as the instructions tell you to do, about 6 to 7 times with Honest wipes, with a moist towel, and the smell still lingered. So I wasn't too happy about that, and I wasn't, you know, going to put my baby on it. So I emailed the company with my concerns, and they told me to air the mat outdoors. But that wasn't an option for us because it's winter here. So eventually, you know, I put it in different areas of the house and the smell did reduce, but it's still there, to be honest. Anyways, I did end up putting my baby on it and she loves it. And she's learning to crawl on it and, you know, fall on it, and it's so far it has withstanded our, you know, falls and usage. So I do like it so far. Now, I may do an update video later on to see how much the mat withstands our usage in the future. But other than that, that's my review of the Dwinguler mat. I hope you find it useful because I wasn't able to find a very detailed review online myself. So I hope that's helpful. I'll put some information in the down bar below in terms of websites that I used for myself to find more information on this particular mat. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.